Hello students, welcome to today's session. Today we'll be starting chapter 3, values and data types. So let's see what is the difference between a normal difference, or what are the things common between a normal language and a computer language. How are they related? Okay? And if we can somehow find relation between both of them, it will be easier for us to understand a high level computer language. So if we talk about a normal language which humans use for communicating with one another, so let's take the example of English language. So in the English language, you know that the fundamental component of the language is alphabets, isn't it? You start by learning the alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H up till Z, right? You learn all the alphabets, okay? Then you learn the numbers. What are the numbers? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, okay? And then you start learning the words which are made up of the alphabets, okay, like A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, okay. So all these words are made up of sequence of alphabets, isn't it? Any word in the English language is a combination of a sequence of alphabets, okay. Or in some cases it might be a combination of the alphabets and numbers as well. Suppose, for example, COVID-19, isn't it? COVID-19 is a word. So you can see in this word that alphabets as well as numbers are being used to create a single word, okay. So once you have the words, you can start combining the words, okay. Like for example, cat runs, okay. So cat runs is a combination of two words, cat and runs, okay. And then finally you start making complex sentences with the help of punctuations, isn't it? Like full stop, semicolon, colon, comma, apostrophe. So many punctuations are there, okay. And when you combine all these, okay, you are able to write certain sequences of words which convey certain meaning, okay. And these combinations, okay, the combinations of words cannot be done in any way you like. You have to follow certain rule, okay. And that rule is known as grammar, isn't it? For example, if I say that a dog was barking, okay, the dog was barking. So this sentence is grammatically correct. It conveys a certain meaning precisely and clearly, okay. But if I say that barking was the dog, okay, does it make sense? It does not make sense, because this sentence is not following the predefined rules of grammar for the English language, and hence barking was the dog does not make any sense, okay. So all these components, alphabets, numbers, words, punctuations, grammar, they are very vital for a particular language. Okay. Now, all these components, is it just applicable to human languages, or is it also applicable to programming languages? Okay. So in fact, you'll be happy to know that yes, there is similarity between a normal English language and a high level programming language like Java. Okay, that is why it's known as high level. And when we saw the definition of high level language, we saw that it is just like English language, isn't it? Okay, so now I will try to correlate all these components in terms of a programming language. Okay, we'll try to see if these components are available in a programming language. So in a programming language, all the basic components like the characters A, B, C, D, E, F up till Z, okay, capital or small, both of them. Then the numbers 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Then all the symbols, okay, comma, asterisk, semicolon, full stop, colon, dollar symbol, any kind of symbol you can think of. Okay, so all these basic characters represent the character set. Okay, so this character set is one of the components of a programming language. Okay, and we saw in the previous slide that all these character sets are used in a normal human language as well, in a normal English language. Okay, and by combining these characters, okay, we can form words. By combining these characters, we can form words, okay, like apple, ball, cat. And these words, okay, these words are part of something known as tokens. Okay, so in a normal language, you might call a word, okay, not might, but a word is a word, right? But in a programming language, a word is a token. Okay, a word is a token. So see the relation. Word is transformed as tokens in a programming language. So word of a normal language is transformed into token in programming language. Okay, similarly the characters, okay, all the characters are also part of the token. And so instead of having apple, ball, cat, these sort of words, okay, we have certain words which convey certain meaning in a Java language. Okay, so obviously apple, bat, apple, ball, cat, these words have no meaning in Java. Okay, because Java is a different language. Okay, this is not English, although it is like English language. Okay, just like apple has got no meaning in Hindi, isn't it? Apple is not it's not a Hindi word, it's an English word. Okay, so intrinsically, apple has the word apple, the pronunciation apple has got no meaning in terms of the Hindi language. Similarly, apple has got no meaning in terms of programming language. Okay, but there are words like, let's say, system, println, import, public, static, void, class. So all these examples are words in Java language, just like apple, bat, cat. These are examples of words in a normal English language. Similarly, all these words which I mentioned earlier, like public, static, private, class, void, okay, these words are the words of Java language. Okay, and there are certain rules which tells us how we can combine these words. Okay, just like in English we had grammar, in a programming language we have something called syntax. Okay, so syntax is nothing but grammar. Okay, so in this chapter we will be looking in detail the character set, the tokens, and the syntax. So I hope you can see the relation, these similarities between a normal language and the programming language. And this chapter consists of only three components: character set, tokens, and syntax. So students, I hope that you are able to see the similarities between a programming language and a normal English language. Okay, and if you can understand it, it will be very easy for you to learn Java language. Okay, so again I will quickly revise that all the characters and numbers and symbols in a normal English language is known as the character set in terms of programming language. Okay, and all and the character set and all the words like public, static, class, okay, combining them we form tokens. Okay, and how these different tokens can be combined, that rule is provided by the syntax. Okay, so I will stop here today, and we'll continue in the next session. Thank you for now.